Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, how we doing? We doing well. Hopefully we doing well. Hey, Top Boxing, thank you so much for the first contribution of the show, sponsoring the show, basically. So no man of sound mind is trying to wife up M'Baku from the Black Panther. And you know what? Her looks is not even the worst of her issues. Her looks is not even her biggest problem at all. You know? Not even her biggest issue. The reason I wanted to talk about it, okay, so recently Leslie Jones was on the Kelly Clarkson show. And, you know, they're going to start questioning her about her dating and things of that nature. And she says it on pretty much every interview that she come on, if she speaks at any ways at length or romance comes up or relationships come up, you can hear the issues that she has. And these are the issues that are keeping her from finding a relationship, a worthy relationship. From a couple of years ago when she was on the Breakfast Club talking about how men don't have sex well, to various other interviews, she's whenever the subject matter of romance comes up or what she's doing in her romantic life and love life and things of that nature, all of this bitterness comes up. All of this bitterness comes up. This was a good summation. Keith is kind of summing it up a bit here. Because he said her looks is the beginning of the problem, but her adopted persona around her looks compounds the problem. It's the energy she's carrying because of how she sees herself. It has become her identity. Her not being attractive and things of that nature is now her identity, but she also does not like that because it doesn't yield favorable outcomes with men. It doesn't yield the favorable outcome. You can hear how angry she is about it. Okay. She's angry about it. And she hasn't turned it around because Leslie's in her early 50s. So Leslie is not even like a young woman. Leslie has had her own insecurities and hangups about her own looks for a very long time. And she has not learned how to accept that she is not conventionally beautiful. She has not understood how to accept it and how to work with it, basically. She got an ugly girl complex. And I'm personally familiar with the ugly girl complex, right? I had an ugly girl complex for a very long time, well into my adulthood. Ugly girl complex. Never thought too much of my own looks and things of that nature. So I am intimately aware and uniquely qualified, actually, to talk about the ugly girl complex and how it plays into, like, to a certain degree, making that your identity. Like the things that you do as a woman sort of exemplify or magnify your own insecurity that you then project, and you feel like other people think that about you because that's how you see yourself. So you're convinced that other people think you're ugly and they're treating you a certain way because you're ugly. But the reality is that this is something that you have internalized and that you now project, and that other people, like, you feel like other people think that about you. This isn't something in your head. I don't feel that way now. Like, I was able to, like, work past it, right? And, like, get over that part of it and realize that that was something that I gathered in childhood, something that was told to me, something that I internalized, and then I started projecting it out, right? So this is why I'm saying I'm uniquely qualified to talk about having an ugly girl complex. Whether you were actually ugly or not is irrelevant. See, regardless, and we're really going to get into it, because Leslie's issue is not her looks. That's not her problem. And I know that her looks not her problem, because I have seen worse built, bad built, truly unattractive women have whole men that don't play about them. They be having families, and they be having men and keep men. Okay? And I have seen some critters. You understand me? I have seen some women built like the Mucinex man have a man. So you can't tell me that it ain't some unattractive women walking around this world, and she don't need but one man. She don't need but one man to think something of her. And he be busting that down all the time. She got like 5 kids with this man. Now he done married her now. And she didn't look no better when she was young. She was bad built. She was just young and bad built. Now she older and bad built. Okay. So I done seen some women that you would be questionable. And they be having them men be doing everything for them. So I done seen it, and don't sit up there and say like you ain't seen that. I know y'all done seen that. But the difference between those women was that they probably didn't have no ugly girl complex. They probably had a lot of confidence. Like me and my bad built fupa, we gonna get us a man. Listen, I done think the real questionable ones have a lot of confidence about which man they can get. I done seen them have a lot of confidence about that. And some of them women, sometimes they be sweet as pie though, too. You get to talk to them, and they be sweet. Because okay, well, that's why he like you. You understand, and things of that nature. So you gotta work with that. Them women don't work with that little Mucinex body, that little Mucinex man body. They don't work with it. She built like that little monster on Monster Inc. The one with the one eye. She built like that. Got her a whole man. Baby, you can't tell her nothing about that man. Okay. Listen, it done already kind of started up a little bit. So what we gonna do is we are going to play the clip of her on the Kelly Clarkson. So yeah, they be built like drop laundry bags and be having, listen, and it be some women badder than them be trying to figure out how you get a man take you seriously. And I'm sitting here bad. And they won't even look at me. Okay. So we just going to listen to her. And you're going to hear, I want y'all to hear her tone. I wish I could give you the visual, but I want you to hear her tone, okay? As she's talking. I want you to hear her tone.
You're gay.
Oh, you know what's so funny? I get that now that I'm single. People
really?
Think, yeah. And I don't really care either way. I'm into men, but I don't really care what people think. But I get that.
I will say it. I love men.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But I don't love a stupid man. Okay? And I didn't got to the point in my life where I really want what I want in my life because I have worked so hard for my peace. If you can't be with my peace, you can be with the door.
Yeah.
If you, and I'm really like, I think I've been by myself so long that, like, first of all, I hate the term feminine and masculine energy. I hate that term so much.
I think we have both. Like we all have all of that.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in your masculine area. Well, why don't...
Now, before we let her go on her rant, about why she doesn't like the whole feminine masculine thing, it's because she's masculine. She doesn't like this. Or so she says. I don't like the whole feminine masculine because you masculine, beloved. Because you masculine. And she doesn't know how to bring her femininity out because she been in her masculine so long since she was a girl. This did not start when she was an adult. This started in grade school, possibly high school. She was always a big woman. She was big. Not, you know what I'm saying, soft. She didn't have a soft, beautiful face. She had a more masculine outward appearance from her size because she's a big woman now. So you know she was big when she was a girl. And I'm not talking fat, just tall and big. Just tall and big. Because everybody associates little and petite with feminine. So if you are a woman that happens to be tall and big, and you're not a fat woman, but you just a big woman. There are women who are just tall. They 6 feet, flat-footed, and all that kind of stuff. They're tall, like they're taller than they're taller than the average man. And then they're just big women, big old women. Okay, big old women. And on the top of that, not beautiful women. She's very average looking with those things going on with her physically. Okay? She doesn't know how to reconcile her physical appearance with a feminine energy. She at 50 plus, she don't know how to do that. And that's what's really bothering her. She doesn't know how to gather her feminine energy because feminine is associated with small, pretty, petite, everything kind of small and weak, basically. for lack of a better term. Because at 5, I'm like 5'7". So at 5'7", there was a lot of boys that didn't see me as feminine because I was too big. I was too big. I was too big to be feminine. The feminine girls was 4 foot something, 5'2", you know, things like that. The little short, little petite, little something, little short, little girl. So I was too big to be the pretty girl. I was too big to be a girl. Right? So I quote unquote looked funny doing girl stuff or wearing girl clothes. But it wasn't nothing I could do about being 5'7". It's nothing she can do about Leslie's got to be a good 5'10" or more. Nothing she could do about that. Right? So, and I seen girls, I went to school with girls that was big like that. Just a big old girl. Then she's dark skinned. Dark skin is, and I'm not one to play into the colorism thing, right? But dark skin is also considered a masculine trait. So she has a lot of things that are physically considered masculine. Her height, her build, just her regular build, her dark skin, and like she's got a jawline. You know what I'm saying? So it's not soft. It's not soft. You know, she got big feet and all that kind of stuff. There's all of that stuff is not considered feminine. Don't nobody associate that stuff with femininity. All of that is associated with masculine. Every last one of those traits is associated with masculine. Men look good like that. Women don't. Okay? So she doesn't understand, and she's never understood how to be feminine with a masculine outward build. And then you know the boys wasn't warming up to her because she was growing up in school. She's just as big as them. In grammar school, she's as strong as them. The strength level probably only changed in high school. But in grammar school, middle school, she's just as strong as them, if not stronger. She can fight good. She can fight them. So all of that is masculine. All of that is masculine. Okay? So she has taken that as her identity, though. Okay? She's taking it as her identity, but it's not good. She don't like it. And so because she doesn't like it, the energy that she projects from it, the men don't like it either. The men are not, let me tell the lady something. Before we get back to her, let me tell the lady something. Whatever it is that you don't like about you as a woman, whether that thing is physical, whether that is a personality trait, or whatever insecurity that you have, if you don't like that thing about you, it could be your weight, it could be the size of your nose, it could be whatever it is, whatever imperfection you have physically. If you're very self-conscious about it, you're very insecure about it, you don't really like it, but you want validation from men over it, you're never going to get that validation from the men about it, whatever it is. And the reason that you're not going to get the validation from men about it is because people can't like things about you that you don't like. Because you don't like it, they don't like it. Okay? You don't like it, they don't like it. And if it's something that you cannot change, you have to accept and embrace it. So if you're a tall woman, like you're exceptionally tall as a woman, and you're awkward about that, men are going to be awkward about that with you. And they're not going to tell you, oh, you're beautiful and tall. They're not going to say that to you because they can feel that you don't like it. So I chose something like that because no one can control their height, right? So if you're just a tall woman, you're going to have to embrace, I'm a tall woman. Okay? I'm not 5'2" and 5'4" and 5'5". I'm not. Like I'm a good 5'9", 5'10", and I wear a size 10 shoe, a size 11 shoe. It is what it is. You're going to have to love that about yourself. And I mean in a genuinely, not just like you're going to have to approach that part of you with more confidence and more acceptance. Once you actually accept it, people won't even really be bothered with it. People won't even really be bothered with it. But we're going to let her, so you can hear her, you can hear her how she speaks about this.
You get in yours.
Find it. And I think we have those.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of men telling me, oh, well, you know, you hardcore. Yes, I am. I am.
Can you handle it?
Oh, well, yeah. What you bringing to the table? I am the table. I don't understand why you wouldn't want a woman like me. I am successful. I'm rich. I can fight. Like, it's not going to be you, like if somebody attack us in the parking lot, I'm be like, go get the car while I handle these 3 thugs.
I wish I were like, I'm like.
Now, you heard what she said and how she said it. She tried to mix in a little humor, but in this case, and in a lot of Leslie's humor, in her stand-up also, this is a lot of that humor because a lot of humor is the truth. A lot of comedians tell the truth in order to be funny, right? But she's doing the same thing. She is telling a truth. Now, she got a little joke in there, but what she said and how she said it, she's telling the absolute truth. Even in the tone of her voice, how aggressive and deep her voice got. She's made this stuff her identity now. That's what's wrong, Miss Leslie. If anybody showed Miss Leslie, it's because you have stepped into this masculine persona that you have never liked. But you think that this is what the world expects you to be because you're a big, tall woman and you have aggression. And you can't figure out why a man still doesn't have value or see feminine value in you, but you listed off masculine traits. I am the table. Why wouldn't a man want me? Because, you know, I'm rich. I can fight. I can do. These are all masculine things, beloved. Men do not want that in order to be attracted to it. You have bought into the full-blown stereotype that because you're large, because you're tall, because you're dark-skinned, because you know what I'm saying, and all these other factors, that you're the angry black, big old black woman that can whoop you and all that kind of, like, you've bought into that for so long that you don't even know how to shed that skin. You would not even be comfortable shedding that skin. Who is Leslie without that masculine persona? Who is Miss Leslie? Because I doubt Leslie knows. Miss Leslie does not know who she is without this masculinity that she has adopted, that she has internalized, and that she thinks the world wants to see of her, and she don't know how to turn it off. This isn't even like something that she do for a show or something that she does as a persona to perform. This is something that she does in her regular life. And when she meets men, even men that she would like and men that she would want to be with, she don't know how to get that away because it's internalized now. It's not even an act. She's not acting masculine. She is masculine. And she doesn't know how to not do that. Okay? So part of what's going on is her not understanding her plight, because she says she's picky based on really nothing. She's just real picky, and she's angry about her romantic position. But the problem is that she lacks self-reflection about it. It's all the men's fault that they don't see beauty in her. A man that would come to her and genuinely tell her that I think you are beautiful, it would melt her and scare her. She wouldn't know what to think about that man. She would immediately think that that man was lying to her. She would think that that man is lying to her. She would not know what to do, especially if there was any part of her that thought he was being authentic and sincere when he said that, and not just saying something to be like funny. That would scare her to death. The arguing, the fighting, the not thinking she pretty, she used to that. A man that would come to her and be around her and tell her you're beautiful and like mean that, it would scare her because she would think that he was trying to be funny. What do you mean? Nobody has said that to her in a way that she believed it, because she don't believe it. Even if there has been a man in her life that has actually said those things to her, she don't believe it. She don't believe it. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back and read the super chats, and then we're going to get back to it. So after these messages, we'll be right back. So I need everybody to go to ashkicking.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Okay, if you want to keep your skin looking and feeling its absolute best, you need the body butter on your screen, as well as going to ashkicking.com to get those other wonderful personal care products that they have on their site. If this is going to be your first order, please take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson at checkout. Once again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Okay, ashkicking.com. I owe you guys a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to, okay, go ahead and hit the like button. Thank you, Bernard. Say happy holidays to everyone. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I see we had a different one today. I want to know which one y'all like. Thank you, Frederick, for your super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you, Sister Beth. She has been a member for 20 months. Says Sally from that clip, she has shown herself as a stereotype of a strong, independent, angry Black woman. Exactly. Thank you to Renzo saying that's why no one is at your table. Enjoy your meal for one. Waiter walks off. Exactly. And once again said she's Leslie, less of a man named Lee, more of a woman named Lie. Exactly. Like the first one better. Okay, so did I, but I wanted to give it a try. Okay, I got y'all. I got you. You know, I had to test it out. I had to test it out. Okay. So this is why I keep saying it's not her looks, it's her internal thinking, and then the energy that she projects from her thoughts. She's making her own reality because the things that she think about herself is shaping her reality to reflect what she believes, not what other people believe. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share now. She did an interview about a month ago with Angie Martinez, okay? And I wanted to let you listen to just one clip, and then I'm going to skip and let you listen to another part, okay? So this is the very beginning.
I said this to my friend. I was like, I said something so mean to myself one day. You know, when I was I said something so mean to myself that I made myself apologize. I said, why would you say something so mean like that? I said, take it back. And don't you ever say that again.
What did you say?
I said something. I don't remember what it was, but it was so mean that I was like, girl, why would you say that to yourself?
You probably would never even say that to somebody else.
I would not. None of the stuff I say to myself, I would say to anyone else. Yeah. So why am I doing that to me?
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to be my best friend.
Yeah. Aww.
And I wouldn't let nobody say that to my friend.
Yeah.
My friends will tell you, I'll fucking knuck in this motherfucker.
I could tell.
Real talk.
I could tell. I knew I was going to love you, Leslie. I knew it.
I just play with my motherfucking friend.
Now, I wanted y'all to hear how she's talking about. I said something so mean. The reason I wanted y'all to hear her say that is because it is indicative of what I'm talking about, how she feel about herself. Leslie has had a long journey of not liking herself. She has not thought very well of herself, and it has stemmed from her physical appearance, even when she was little. Growing up, not being conventionally pretty, then you growing like a weed, so you bigger than the other kids. And then you just, in order to survive, you just lean into that. You just lean into that negative, but this is not what you really wanted to do. But that inner voice, listen, let me tell you something about your inner voice, your self-talk, how you talk to yourself. And I have victimized myself for many, many years. So I know the effect of negative self-talk. The way in which you talk to yourself shapes your reality. It shapes how you see everything. It shapes how other people relate to you, because even if they don't know what your inner talk is, the energy doesn't lie. So when I used to have an ugly girl complex, guess how I carried myself? I carried myself like an ugly girl. I carried myself like I was ugly. I carried myself like boys wouldn't be attracted to me. I carried myself like no one would like me. And they didn't. And they didn't. And I used to think this was confirmation of my inner self-talk, not realizing that my self-talk was confirming that, not the other way around. My reality was shaping itself to conform to my inner talk. It was conforming to my inner talk. That's what people's life do. That's what your life do. Okay. So because I had such negative self-talk, you're ugly, nobody likes you, you're not likable, you're not this, you're not that, everything wrong with you, everything, every fault, every flaw, whether it was perceived or real, I used to have a running monologue in my head. I listen. I'm telling you what I know. I used to have a running monologue in my head about all of my most negative traits. So I'm familiar with what she's talking about. I have said some egregious stuff to myself. I have said some stuff to myself that I would have popped somebody in their mouth had they said it to me. So her self-talk is negative. She doesn't talk to herself positively. See, that's not all just mumbo jumbo hippie talk, therapy talk when people be saying talk to yourself a certain way. You have to start thinking a certain way in order because that'll change how you start behaving. You'll move according to your thoughts. And it's not good enough to fake the thoughts. You have to actually become those thoughts. She has been living in those negative thoughts. This is so true. I don't know if people know. And how you doing, Undani? I don't know if people actually realize, as a man thinketh, so he is. And I'm paraphrasing it, right? Whatever it is that you tell yourself about yourself, that is what you will be. So if you constantly tell yourself, I'm broke, I'm poor, I don't know what to do, I don't have nothing, you will always be broke and poor, not know what to do, and not have nothing. Always. And life will confirm that to you. Life will always confirm it to you. If you always say, nothing ever works out for me, only bad things happen to me, only the craziest stuff happened to me, only the craziest stuff happened to you, life will be bad, you will be unlucky, and only the most stupid stuff will happen to you, because that is what that's your inner dialogue. Okay? So people that always say, I'm going to make it, I'm going to be all right, I'm always good, I'll always be good, no matter what's going on with me, I'm going to always make it out. They make it out. You want to be trying to figure out how they be making it through all kinds of stuff because they think that. They think that. They believe that about themselves. People who believe that they're gorgeous, even if they just average looking. People, and I'm not talking about false arrogance. I'm talking about people who believe that I am a beautiful person and they carry themselves like beautiful people. Other people think they're pretty. Other people feel that energy and they will go along with it. Yeah, that person's attractive. Have you ever seen somebody that physically not all that attractive, but they were attractive anyway? You like, they kind of sexy. Like, it's something happening to them. Like, ooh. I'll give you a perfect example of that. Grace Jones. Grace Jones was a big old, tall, jawline, real dark, not the most like feminine looking woman. You couldn't tell, and you still can't in her 70s. You can't tell Grace Jones she ain't fine. You couldn't have told her she was no baddie when she was young, tall, black. You couldn't tell her she was hot. Oh, you couldn't tell her she wasn't bad. Who finna tell her she ain't bad? She the baddest one on the planet. Let her tell it. And what do people think? Grace Jones is kind of sexy. Like she kind of exudes that energy. She was a model. People saw the beauty in her. People saw the beauty in her because she saw it. She tell anybody I'm fine. I don't know. I can have any man I want. I go anywhere I want. And the reason people be like, no, Grace Jones was sexy. We ain't gonna play with her. We not gonna play on her head top. That's because she said. That was the reality she shaped. She shaped that reality for herself. Instead of being bogged down with, well, I'm tall, I'm dark, I'm not quote unquote conventionally pretty, you know, and this and that. I don't have her. She always kept a buzz cut and a high top and all kind of stuff. All kind of stuff. She straight kept a high top with a fade. Grace Jones. She ain't care. No breasts. Built like a boy. No breasts. She ain't had no big booty. She ain't have a lot of curves. There was nothing that technically about Grace Jones that people would have said was the quintessential feminine thing. Come on. And ain't nobody gonna play with her though. Ain't nobody finna play on her head top about how she look. She fine, let her tell it. And the rest of the world thought so too. So I brought up Grace Jones because she had a lot of the same characteristics as Leslie. Big old tall. Now, Grace wasn't big. She was just tall. She wasn't a big woman. She was a tall woman. So I'm not going to put big on her. But she was tall. She had a model-esque body. She always had a very slim build and things of that nature. But she ain't had no breasts. She ain't had no nothing, none of that. Now, she could have been miserable about that. She could have played herself about that. But she decided, I'm not going to play myself. I'm not going to walk around here ugly because somebody called me ugly. Leslie is the flip side of that. Leslie Jones is what happens when you internalize that. Grace Jones is what happens when you say, I decide how I feel about myself, not other people. I'm not going to let the world tell me what I am. I tell them what I am. Leslie has allowed the world around her since she was little to tell her who she is. And the world has not had a flattering thing to say to her. And instead of her saying, no, I'm going to be a woman and I'm not going to go into this masculine thing and feel sorry for myself and feel ugly and feel like I can't get no man and I'm not. I don't care if I'm 5 foot whatever, and I don't care. I could be black as midnight. I don't care. I'm not going to allow that to be who I am. Give me 1 second, because I'm actually cooking something. I'll be right back. I got to stir the pot. Like, literally, I got to stir the pot. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So I want y'all to listen to more of what she has to say.
That now you can be what the fuck you want. You don't have to pretend no more. You don't pay my motherfucking rent doing this pain this long. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you're not giving off energy. I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I'm a woman.
Okay. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like,
I wish I was further along anywhere I could actually share with you the whole situation right now, but I'm definitely in one of those life pivotal decisions and transitions that is not an easy one. And still trying to show up and do what I do and perform the way I perform, which I was thinking about you on the way in here, like, because, you know, sometimes I want to cancel shit. I wasn't going to cancel you because I was very excited about you coming. But then I think about what you do for a living and think about some of the shit you've been through in your life and think about the fact that I'm sure some things pull on you sometimes.
I had to perform in Amsterdam on the day of my dad's funeral.
Yeah, I don't understand.
To pay for his funeral. You know what I'm saying?
How did you do that?
How could I not do that? I had to pay for the funeral.
Yeah.
It was hard. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you a story. When I left SNL, I was like, I'm gonna be so fucking happy. I'm gonna be healthy. I'm gonna eat good. I'm gonna live life. And God was like, wow, that's crazy that you think you're gonna do that when you're completely sick.
Oh,
you need to get this surgery that I needed to get.
What was that?
Hemorrhoids. I had a hemorrhoid since I was 12 years old.
They say that's really painful.
No, girl, I was living with that shit since I was 12. So I'm 52 now. When I needed this surgery, it was something that I had dealt with so much in my life. The doctor was like, I can't believe that you have been through subduing this pain this long and doing what you're doing.
Oh, wow.
Girl, it was horrible. And God was like, you won't ever be happy until you take care of it. You're not going to ever be healthy until you take care of it. So before you start skipping and talking about you fucking going to just become automatically happy, there are steps to that. So whatever you're going through, whatever it is that you laid down one day and said, hey, I need this, God is going, okay, well, if you want this, you're going to have to go through this. I'm sorry for this contract, my dear. Step one is this. Step one. Oh, look, being what they call having acceptance.
Yeah.
No one said that's just going to be happy.
Yeah.
That's just going to be painful. Because acceptance means that you see it for what it is. But once you do, it's like seeing a dirty plate. Once you see the dirt and accept the dirt, you wash it. Now you got a clean plate.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to wash it. The shit's going to have to get on your hands.
I hate this information you're sharing with me.
I'm just telling you.
No, I love
on
this.
The other side of it, now you got that palette. Now you can be what the fuck you want. You don't have to pretend no more. You don't pay my motherfucking rent. You don't make me happy. I'm the root to my happiness. That's what you're fighting
Come
for.
give your word.
Now, I hope y'all were listening closely to what she's saying, because Leslie has worked on herself in other areas. She has skipped around the real issue, the most hurtful part of her. She's worked on her money and all of the inner things that you have to do in order to like attract a wealthier lifestyle. She has worked on maybe other parts of herself, other things that would translate externally as well, right? But what she has not done is face the long-standing demon that is her inner, that she has accepted as her inner voice. She thinks the demon that talks to her is her because it sounds like her. And it sounds like every hurtful thing that someone has said to her and every hurtful thing that she has said to herself. And she believes it. She has not done that work because that's the part of her that would give her happiness in her romantic life. And she's afraid of that. She's afraid to have success there because a lack of success is comfortable. Hear what I'm saying? Having men reject her, not being able to get the full validation of men that she wants or men that she would love and things of that nature, not getting those things is hurtful and comfortable. It's hurtful and it's comfortable. She used to that. She knows how to feel about that. She's got a script that allows her to know what the next step is, like a flow chart of negativity. Well, if you get rejected this way, this is how you're supposed to respond. If you get rejected that way, this is how you're supposed to respond. And if you get, it's a flow chart of negativity. She already know how to think about that. Getting rid of it is where the question marks and the uncomfortability and the unfamiliarity comes from. She doesn't know not only what it feels like to have men that she wants genuinely want her, she also does not know how to genuinely want her. And look in the mirror and say and mean it, I'm a beautiful woman. No. Her inner dialogue is still bad. It may not be as bad as it used to be at a certain point in her life, but it's still bad. Like it's nasty. It's nasty. She says nasty things to herself about herself and about what she can't be or what she may never be. See, it's a danger in coming to, because it feels like coming to a truth, right? There's a danger in coming to accept that I'll never be pretty and men will never like me and men will never love me. No matter how much I love them, they won't love me. And so I'm angry and I project that anger to them, but really it's hurt. And it feels like she's coming to a truthful place, but that place is also a lie. That place is not real either, because it's not true. It's not the truth. So she's coming to, or she's struggling. That's why she's struggling with it, to just come to the point where I'm just ugly and big and masculine and men just don't like it, but that's who I am. So that's who I'm going to be. She's struggling fitting those clothes because she still don't fit those clothes. She has achieved a measure of wealth, right? And that measure of wealth has afforded her opportunities to, first off, relieve herself of any monetary financial hardship. That's number one. And number two, it has also granted her the opportunity to explore life from a different vantage point that she has not done. Because again, she's scared of that. Put a 1 in the chat if you following me. Because she has not dealt with her insecurities. She can't receive the male validation because she's not open to it. She's not open to it. And not only is she not open to it, she also has not supplemented her physical deficiency with a stunning personality or a better emotional disposition. She hasn't gotten a better disposition either because she's mad about it. She's mad. Leslie, I don't care how she make a joke about it. I don't care how she frames that. You can hear the anger about it. I don't like the masculine stuff. I don't hate men. I love men. I believe that. I believe that. But she's stuck. We're going to listen to her some more, but I'm going to tell you where her conflict is at on the inside.
Today, Leslie, come give me all that one. No, you were sent.
I be trying to tell.
No, you were sent today. You were sent. I'm grateful for whoever sent you.
I be telling my sisters, man. I mean, and especially over no nigga. I'm not, listen, let me tell you, because I know men be like, oh, you hate men. No, I don't hate men. I really love men. I do. You motherfuckers are built beautifully. Your dick is beautiful sometimes when you take care of it, when you take care of it.
Yeah.
But, I'm not going to put up with your shit no more. I love ice cream. I can't eat it. It makes my stomach hurt.
The dairy. It's a lot of dairy.
It's a lot of dairy.
Yeah.
So I think you're beautiful, but you full of shit. And you're not going to ruin my peace or my time or my house or my anything anymore. And it's not about me saying I don't need you, because I do. I need you. But what I need is what you need. Peace.
Yeah.
And love.
Yeah.
And let's take a journey together. But you can't do that if you 3 steps behind me. And I'm talking about educationally, emotionally, financially. I'm not ashamed to be rich anymore. Which men used to make me feel bad about that.
Really?
I can't get you this, but I can. Well, then block, because it's not about that what you can't get from me. It's the fact that you need to tell me that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
did you hear her? Did you hear her? Po Miss Leslie. Po Miss Leslie. Did you hear that, baby? Did you hear that, baby? That was a baby that said that. 52-year-old Leslie didn't say that. 10-year-old Leslie said that. I love you. You built beautifully. And I agree with her. Men are built beautifully, especially when they take care of themselves. I need you. And then she spoke her conflict. Little girl Leslie said that. 52-year-old Leslie said, You 3 steps behind me financially, educationally, emotionally. 52-year-old, I don't know how to be feminine, Leslie said that part. So the one what's at war is the 10-year-old little Leslie that never figured out how to be feminine Leslie, and 52-year-old 50. And she like, because she said she was 52 in this clip, and this clip is just a month old. But anyway, she in her 50s. We know she's in her 50s. That Leslie been doing something too long. She been masculine too long. She doesn't know how to let little feminine girl Leslie do this to masculine Leslie. It's okay. You can put it down now. You don't have to have the wall. The reason she got the wall is because she has not worked on why the wall is there. Oh, well, if she 58, then she laughed at Angie Martinez because she said 52. Did she just now, when she was talking about her hemorrhoids, she said, I've been doing this 12 and I'm 52 right now. That's what she said. But anyway, so I had a tendency to hear what she said about her own age, but okay. She has not been able to put the wall down because she has not dealt with why the wall is there. Why is the wall there, Miss Leslie? Because you ain't dealt with I'm ugly. Don't no man want me. I'm too masculine. I'm not pretty enough to be loved. I'm not pretty enough to be treated softly. I'm not attractive enough to be taken seriously. It don't look cute and cuddly when I cuddle up to a man because my shoulders are broad. My shoulders are too broad for a man to hug me and love me and rub on me like his little pretty woman. Because I'm not little and I'm not pretty. And I might as well not be a woman. Because everybody say I'm a man. So I might as well be a man. But I'm angry about it. Because I don't want to. And she's adopted it as her personality. And she struggles with that because she thinks that to not think that about herself and not have that view of herself would make her a phony person. Like she gotta not be her authentic self in order to accept her feminine self. That's where a lot of conflict is coming to, because I've spent so long leaning into this as my main personality. This defines however I maneuver personally and professionally, that I don't even know how to do the feminine thing, and it feels so foreign that I'm not willing to not be true to myself. So how do I reconcile being the soft feminine woman with this body and this face and people's perception of me with coming across inauthentic, because it don't feel authentic? It feels forced. It feels like it's not me. Here is the solution to Miss Leslie's problem. And if Miss Leslie is close to her 60, see, I'm not too concerned about her age, because Miss Leslie can get a man. Even at 58, she can get a man. She can get a man. But this isn't even about whether or not she can get a man. See, she think this is whether or not some man somewhere will want her and things of that nature. This is more about Miss Leslie finally seeing what she needs to see in order to be that person that she been struggling whether or not she should be that person or not. I don't know if people understand what I mean by that. Like, she needs to come to these realizations. Whether it's too late for her to get a man or not, she needs to come to these understandings. Maybe she'll be able to warn younger women about the issues and about the problems of going down the road that she went down and how much time she wasted doing it. Leslie has wasted a lot of time. She's wasted a lot of time in and out of her own way, standing in her way, not standing in her way. She's been in and out of her own way. She want to love herself, she don't know how. She want to accept herself, she don't know how. Then she thought she came to an epiphany moment to just accept that I look this way, I present this way, people feel this way about me, I might as well be that person, and still not happy, because that don't make her happy. Because that's not what she wants. And the world has been telling her what to do. But with all of that being said, Miss Leslie hard-headed. Miss Leslie is hard-headed now. We're not going to play that game either. Miss Leslie, the reason why Miss Leslie has wasted a lot of time going back and forth and going in circles, and 1 minute she understands what's going on, the next minute she don't know how to fix it, and all of that type of stuff, is because Miss Leslie is hard-headed. Hello? The world has told her be more feminine, Miss Leslie, and she has thought that that has meant to not be strong and to go and be weak and to go and shrink who she is and the other parts of her. And what she thought that be feminine, Miss Leslie, meant sacrifice the rest of her under the banner of being feminine and submissive. She fall prey to the same thought as every other hyena. The same thought. And what's that thought? Femininity is weak. And I'm not weak. That in order to be feminine, I have to, as the hyenas say, I have to dim my light in order to be feminine. They still do not know that femininity is one of the most powerful forces on this earth. They have not understood that femininity is one of the most powerful forces on this earth. And they think it's weak. They think it's weak because it's not strength, it's power. Femininity is powerful. Masculinity is strong. It's these women who still have not understood why Allah made women the way He made them. He made us a cauldron of emotional energy. And that emotional energy is the driving force behind everything just about that done went on in this world. Masculinity is the thought. It's the imagination. Men think about, they imagine the things to create. They imagine things to make and things to build and things to do. But where does the motivation to do them come from? Where the energy comes from to do it? There's a reason why some of the most successful men in the history of the world has always had women and wives. Is she gonna get out there and build the bridge? No. But that's not what she's for. That's not what she's for. We not for building the bridge. We not gonna build that bridge. We not gonna. You'll be waiting on that side of the river forever if you thought we was gonna build a bridge. We not gonna build no bridge. But we gonna make you do it, and you gonna get up every day with a renewed spirit in your heart to build that bridge, and you gonna enlist other men to help you do it. At the risk of life and limb, you're gonna build it. Because first of all, you thought about it and you thought that it was a need and you thought that it was a purpose to building that bridge. That's number one. And when you brought that purpose to your woman, she multiplied it. So when you hear men say women are multipliers, that's literally what we are. We literally multiply stuff. We literally make more out of it than it was. We literally do that. Whether that be good or bad, you get a toxic one, she gonna make more out of foolishness. You get a good one, she gonna make more out of good stuff. This is why it's important for men to have vision, and then he go get him a help meet. What do you think Allah meant by that? Just somebody to rub your feet when you get tired? No. That's not what we helping you with. That's not how we helping you. I mean, it's nice. I ain't speaking against it, but that's not the help me part. That's not really the help me part. The help me part is Allah gave man every tool and every piece of imagination he needed to build a car, let's say. But what he didn't give man was the engine. He didn't give man that. Man don't have that. He gave women the engine. You put the engine in it. He done did everything else. You come put the engine in it so it can go. Otherwise, it'll just be pretty and sit there. You put the engine in it. There's a reason why he made that woman. There's a reason why he separated who Adam was to bring out his emotionality and all of that emotion and embodied it in another being. One that when she got back with a man, Allah describes it as joining back one flesh. It's a reason for that. Y'all don't hear me. It's a reason why women are so emotional. Because when we say something and we mean that, it happens. Because when you speak a thing and then you believe it with everything inside of you, it will manifest itself. That is what we do. That is what we do. The men visualize. They imagine everything. The men imagine everything. They imagine, what if we built a building that was real tall? What if we could fly? We should make a thing that makes us fly. What if we could make a horseless carriage? Like, we got horses that pull carriages, but what if the carriage could pull itself? Men visualize it. Men imagine everything. That was his power. That's his superpower. His imagination is his superpower. That's how he built the world. That's how he maintained it. He imagines it all. That's why there's more male inventors than female inventors. Females invent stuff sometimes, but it's more male inventors than female inventors. That's because that's his superpower. To think of things, visualize them, and then do his best to try to bring that thing into the physical world, the thing that he thought about. I'm done with that for today. Alan Vale, thank you so much. I like that. I think you was talking about the animation. Thank you. Slim Daddy said we have to be careful because we are judging her based on her public persona as a comedian. Allegedly, it seems these things are true. Personality versus shtick. I hear you, but it's not a whole lot I don't have insight for. And I'm not saying I ain't never wrong. Thank you, Bernard, said Grace Jones and the original Aunt Viv. Exactly. Thank you, Blue said, if these types of black women don't like to be called masculine, why do they call masculine straight black men down low? Thank you so much. Jared said, good show, great breakdown. I see now. Thank you so much. And thank you again to Renzo. That someone says she has to have a strong desire to change. That desire strength, she has it and yet misuses it, being masculine. Keyword in plain sight and obvious catch 22. Exactly. 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 A'udhu billah. I seek refuge in Allah from that. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Qul a'udhu bil falaq. I'm not gonna go there. Let me just say it. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. Allah does not need anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything. There is nothing like Allah. Qul, say, Hu Allahu Ahad, is Allah is one. Allahu Samad, Allah is eternal. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. He is not begotten, nor does he beget. Walam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad, and there is none comparable to him. Allah created mankind to need familial connection and to need help and to need assistance and to procreate, not create, procreate. This is different. Allah himself, itself, because Allah is not even male or female. Allah exists outside of and is not affected by any of the rules, laws of nature, of physics, of time. Allah has no constraint upon its power, nor upon its being, nor upon its existence. Men need wives. Animals need mates. Any of his other creation needs a mate, help, assistance, a pairing, because creation has a need. The creator does not have any needs. Allah created mankind for his worship, not because he needed anything. We need. He doesn't need. Allah would have been fine without any other thing in existence. When there was nothing, there was Allah. And when he gets rid of everything else, and he will, there will be Allah. And when he brings it back, because he will, there will be Allah. And I wasn't trying to get on your case. That was for everybody listening, here or in the future. That was for everybody. When Musa came to the bush that appeared to burn, thank you for the cash out. When Musa came to the bush that appeared to be burning, although it was not consumed, and he spoke and realized that this was a representation of Allah. Allah was talking to him. Allah was representing himself in a way that Musa could tolerate. And eventually in that conversation, after Allah gave Musa his purpose, you have to go to Pharaoh and you have to talk to him and you have to free the Bani Israel. You have to get them. And Musa asked, who shall I say sent me? Who? Like, what do I say to that? What was Allah's answer? I am. I am. I am. That's heavy. If only you understood how heavy that statement was. I am that I am. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you, Musa. I am. That is all encompassing. All encompassing. It don't leave nothing out. I am. I am. Me. So that's my response to that. Hopefully people understood that. And may Allah forgive anything that I may have said incorrectly. But I'm gonna go ahead and is that was it? That was everything. Okay, that was it. That was all the super chats. Okay, we're gonna get on up out of here. All right, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye bye, Crimsonites. I was gonna let it go until that last comment. Please don't preach religion, preach relationships instead. Religion is too much room for cloud talk. I am going to talk about the greatness and the oneness of Allah whenever there is opportunity and whenever there is space. Because a question was asked of me pertaining to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as a Muslim, I am required to correct any incorrections. We are instructed as Muslims for Amr bil Ma'ruf wa Nahy anil Munkar, to enjoin that which is good and forbid that which is evil. So certain things cannot be said about Allah in my presence without me speaking on it. Now, if that irritates your soul, then you're going to have to talk to your Lord about that. And I make no apologies. And I do not shrink from that. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.